Hey, what's up? Silas here. Just a short video. I've been seeing a lot of things being posted recently. I did a video talking about the whole situation on the border. President Donald J. Trump just signed a. Oh, man. He just signed an executive order saying families are going to be kept together. I've seen things of Rachel Maddow breaking down in tears, who's an MSNBC person. I just can't. I just can't. This stuff. It's people just freaking out and people flipping out. And one of the things I do see happening a lot is people on the political right are posting things that other politicians said in the past. Even President Trump tweeted something showing, I think it was President Bill Clinton, former President Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, talking about about illegal immigration and how it needs to be stopped. Then I saw one recently with Chuck Schumer, who is this politician from New York. Is it from New York? Is he? No, that's what's his name? That's Cuomo. That's Cuomo from New York. Chuck Schumer is in Congress, but he was just talking about how horrible that illegal immigration, it needs to stop. It's a thing. It was from 2009, so almost a decade ago. And I'm watching these and I'm starting to think, like, wait, I do this too. I post these things saying, oh, how about this? It's not whataboutism. It just comes down to where, do you ever believe what politicians say anyway? I mean, posting these things makes sense if you actually believe what politicians say. I don't believe what they were saying back then. I don't believe what they're saying right now. I don't believe what Rachel Maddow was talking about during Obama's administration, and I don't believe what she's talking about now. They have agendas. Politicians have agendas. When Chuck Schumer comes out and says something right now, I don't take him as being honest. He's not an honest person. These people lie. These people say what they need to say to get votes. What they're saying is not supposed to be taken seriously. That whole Tucker Carlson said a thing that I had first heard from someone like Stefan Molyneux, that I've heard from other people. If you hear something from the mainstream media, if you hear something from politicians, pretty much assume the opposite. If you see a government program come out and say this is going to be the war on poverty, pretty much assume that that's going to increase poverty. Now, this might not be intentional on the parts of some of these things. Some of the people working within it may not be intentionally doing it. Even some of the politicians might just be incompetent, that they try to do something and completely fail at it. But I don't sit there thinking like, yes, back in 2009, Chuck Schumer had really studied what was going on, and he'd really come to the understanding that in principle, illegal immigration is something that needs to stop. That's why he went out and had someone else write this speech for him to go out and read it and say it, because he truly meant it, and it was based off of some true strong virtues that this man held. Who actually thinks that? Who actually thinks Barack Obama was saying things because he truly believed them? Who thinks that about Bill Clinton? Even when it comes to Donald J. Trump, I think Trump is coming from more of a position of actual, what's it called? Actual belief system where he's like, truly make America great again. But one thing I truly believe about Donald J. Trump is he's doing certain things because he has a goal in mind, and he completely understands, like, I can come out and tell you exactly what I'm trying to do, but if I do it this way, I'm not going to achieve this. The whole art of the deal thing. I am not that good at doing that. I am the kind of person that will come out and just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to come out and be honest about what I'm thinking and try to tell you what I'm saying at the moment. But I've looked at the world, and that's not how things work. If people were logical actors, then maybe that would work. You just come out and be honest about what's going on, and people be like, yeah, you're right, let's actually do that. But no, if you tell people outright what you're trying to accomplish, and what you're trying to accomplish is actually not something that they want, they will try to undermine you off the break. Some of the people who want things that you want, you might actually be trying to get there, but by telling them exactly this is how we're going to go there, they're not going to accept the steps that you need to take to get to that point. So sometimes it is better to just not tell them everything. Like, this is a guy, I like using sports analogies. If you come out and you have a big game coming up the next weekend, the coach is not going to come out and outline his whole game plan off the break. Even his fans will be like, yes, we want to know what you want to do. We know you want to win. How are you going to win? How are you going to beat that other team? How are you going to do that? Let us know. it wouldn't be smart for the coach to come out and tell their fan base, tell their supporters exactly what they're going to do, because somebody else will find out and try to undermine them. They might not think like, they might think, no, you have to start this person, you have to run this play, you have to do this and this, but the person has a plan. So that's kind of how I'm looking at Donald J. Trump, mostly because he is such a wild card. He is actually somebody who is not in the political sphere. He was not a politician. Now he's entering politics and he's playing politics, and you have to play by certain rules of the game, and that's the unfortunate part. But yeah, this is just a video about that, about just pointing out that why are people posting these things? I understand I have this whole 11, 22, 33 kind of thing, then 22, 33. 11% of the people on one side don't care, what they're just against whatever you have to do. 11% on the other side are just completely for what you want to do. There's 22% on either side who they're like, yeah, we have some backing for doing it, but you'd have to take a lot of information to actually switch them to the other side. And then that 33% in the middle, those are the ones who are like, kind of just independent. You can kind of sway them. And I do get there is some point of pointing it out to these people in the middle that look at this hypocrisy. And even maybe some of the people more on the political spectrums on the different edges in that 22%, they might get enough information in their mind to be like, wait, these people really are hypocritical. What am I doing here? Because a lot of people had that one point where it just woke them up and they're like, wow, this is too much. These people have been saying these things. These people are trying to act like they have this outrage for it. And then it takes maybe 20 times for them to see these people do this over and over again. And that might wake them up. But yeah, so maybe if you're posting for those people, that might be something that's positive to do, but I don't see the point of it. Let me know if you've posted these things. Let me know what you think about this. I see a lot of people being like, oh, Trump caved, Trump caved. I think he's doing it for a different kind of, he has a long game in mind. He's looking out to the future, and he has plans that I'm not aware of, that I can hardly grasp at this point. Might not ever be able to truly grasp what he's trying to accomplish. And there's other things. And also with the whole situation of the families are going to be together, it doesn't mean the families are going to be together in the United States of America. They could be together in a detention center and then shipped off together, deported together. And also people on the political left are already like, oh yeah, it was horrible that you were imprisoning kids, even though it wasn't completely him. It was just continuing in, what's it called? A policy that has been going on for multiple presidencies. But they're like, now it's still horrible to imprison families. They just don't want people in prison. They want these immigrants to be brought into the country. They want this issue to continue so it can go off to the election coming up in 2018, coming up later this year. That's what they want to run with. They want to continue the outrage. So it's not a situation where you're going to be able to appease these people, but I don't even think he's trying to appease them. I think he's just trying to de-arm them. He's trying to disarm them. So it's like, yeah, so you can keep talking about this, but hey, the executive order is there. So yeah, the video turned out a lot longer than I thought. Like, share, and subscribe. Links to the merchandise that's on the screen right now. And that's it for now.